Darth Talon wasn't just the Sith baddie we all know and love. She was the greatest Sith apprentice of all time. A warrior forged from pain, trained to kill without question, and loyal to one master only, Darth Krayt. But let's be real. Drop a like and a fire emoji in the comments if you think she's a baddie, but don't want to say it out loud. I got you. Now let's continue. Who was Darth Talon, and why was she the greatest Sith apprentice of all time? She wasn't just a killer. She wasn't just another lightsaber-wielding shadow of the dark side. Darth Talon was something more, something terrifying. She was loyalty turned into a weapon, a phantom, a predator, the perfect apprentice, forged by pain and shaped by absolute obedience. But like all things built on control, there's always a cost. And Talon's story is as tragic as it is terrifying. Born into the ashes of a broken galaxy, Talon's path was never hers to choose. She was taken in by the One Sith, raised on the scorched sands of Korriban, and forged in temples that dripped with history and blood. But unlike the Sith who came before her, those driven by personal power, vengeance, or legacy, Talon wasn't taught to hunger for a throne. She was taught to obey. Under Darth Krayt, the One Sith rejected the ancient rule of two. No more master and apprentice, no more constant betrayal. Instead, there was only one Dark Lord, Krayt himself, and everyone else? Just extensions of his will. Talon didn't rise through ambition. She was sculpted, conditioned, to be Krayt's hand, his assassin, his instrument. Her first master, Darth Royn, was brutal, a teacher who believed compassion was weakness and pain was power. Under him, Talon's crimson skin was marked with Sith tattoos, not as decoration, but as chains. Each one etched in pain, symbolizing her growth in the dark side, and her complete submission to the Order. When her final trial came, Krayt himself ordered it. She was to kill Royn, her own master, to prove her loyalty. And she didn't hesitate. With that strike, her past died, and Darth Talon became exactly what Krayt wanted. A being with no attachments, no ambition, no identity, only purpose. As a warrior, Talon was deadly. Fast, agile, and absolutely merciless. She was trained in Ataru, the fourth form of lightsaber combat. An acrobatic whirlwind style that made her fights look more like a dark ballet than a duel. But her real danger wasn't her blade, it was her mind. Talon didn't just fight her enemies, she hunted them. She used fear as a weapon. Dark side manipulation. Force concealment to vanish from Jedi senses completely. By the time you realized she was there, it was already too late. One of her most iconic moments came not from battle, but from temptation. Cade Skywalker, the last of Luke's bloodline, was on the edge, broken, angry, unsure of who he was, and Talon saw an opportunity. She didn't try to kill Cade, she tried to break him, spiritually, emotionally. She offered power, purpose, even connection. Talon understood that not all Sith are born from rage. Some are converted, and that's what made her so dangerous. She didn't need to overpower you. She could convince you to destroy yourself. Here's the thing. Talon never wanted to rule. She wasn't planning to overthrow Krayt or claim the title of Dark Lord. She believed serving was power, and that's rare. Almost every Sith is a ticking time bomb of betrayal. But Talon? She was designed to be unbreakable, until Krayt died. With her master gone, her world fell apart. She obeyed his second in command, Darth Nihil, but never believed in him. He was ambitious, self-serving, the kind of Sith Krayt tried to eliminate. And Talon could feel it, the old ways creeping back in. For the first time, she questioned everything, not because she wanted more, but because she had nothing left. Talon was the perfect creation in a system that was never meant to survive, and when it all collapsed, she was left wandering. A weapon with no one to wield it, a believer with no god, an assassin with no cause. In another timeline, one George Lucas almost explored, Talon would have stood beside a resurrected Darth Maul as his apprentice in a new trilogy. It is said we will get a version of her in the upcoming Maul series. Personally, I am excited to see what Sam Witwer will do and how he will implement Darth Talon in the Maul series. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. But I digress. Yes, she was that powerful, that symbolic. But instead, her story became a myth. A warning that perfect obedience can be just as dangerous as unchecked ambition. Darth Talon wasn't a conqueror. She didn't crave a throne. She didn't fall to the dark side. She was raised in it. And that's what makes her terrifying. Because you can't reason with someone who believes they are the will of the dark side. You can only hope you never end up in their sights. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think Darth Talon was the most dangerous Sith apprentice ever? Or was she a tragic figure, powerful but broken by her own loyalty? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this dive into Star Wars lore, hit that like button, share it with a fellow Sith fan, and subscribe for more stories from the dark side. And as always, may the Force be with you.